Friday night just got legit retro legends at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on Papa Brad's Gaming this Friday at the Metronome. There you go.
Get ready, gamers! Retro Legends is here. The ultimate destination for high-score battles, pinball wizardry, and classic arcade showdowns. Every week we bring you the best in virtual pinball, classic arcade gaming, and retro fun. Where you can compete for glory on live online leaderboards through iScored. Think you got what it takes? Step up and prove it. Because every Friday night, we're going live with 2 legendary pinball tables and an all-time classic arcade game. And the best part, every giveaway and prize on this show goes straight to you, the gamers, that are putting up scores on the leaderboards. Iron sharpens iron. Come play with the best. We will see you on the leaderboards. Because Retro Legends isn't just a show, it's a community. A place for arcade warriors to show up and keep that high score spirit alive. That's right, Friday nights just got legit. Hit that subscribe button. Join the leaderboards and let's make history, one game at a time. This is Retro Legends. Hello, gamers, and welcome to Retro Legends. We have an awesome show lined up for you tonight, and we're going to have some fantastic pinball wizards. First one I want to introduce was on the very first show we ever did as Retro Legends. Welcome back. Huge Retro Legends. Welcome to House of Hounds. Glad you're here.
Hey, buddy. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me again.
Man, it's great having you. It's great having you. And I'm going to do something special for this show. Want to talk a little bit of House of Hounds. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to it yet, please go drop him a sub. He is right on the edge of 500. Here's his channel. We only need 4 people to get him to 500. Look at that. I just took this screenshot. If you like pinball, he just did an awesome review on like a game, but he does all kinds of really good content. Tell everyone a little bit about your channel. If we get him to 500, he only needs 4 subscribers. I'm going to give out 3 of the Shooting the Rapids tables when it's released. That you can get that on the HD pinball, or you can get that on the 4K P pinball, and I will send you the codes where you will get that game right at the launch. So at the rip, all he needs is 4 subscribers. Let's get him to 500. So tell everyone a little bit about your channel. I love your channel. I watch your channel all the time. And I'll wait. We'll talk a little more about it when we get everyone on. But tell everyone a little bit about your channel, House. I'll make you full screen for just a sec.
Yeah, man. Actually, you were probably one of the main first subscribers, so I definitely appreciate that. But my channel's kind of geared towards retro gaming and pinball. Mostly, I'd say 80-20. It's 80% more pinball. I do live streams. I do tutorials, reviews, anything that I find out on tables. Starting to make videos on some retro stuff. I did the Super Glide the other day. I got a couple other reviews coming out on some retro stuff. I'll be doing some arcade machines as well. You know, more gameplay. Everybody knows about these things now. So
yeah, we're kind of like evolved more into the pinball. I still love arcade games, but there's so much more competition with the pinball, and it's very exciting, I think. So it sounds like you might have gotten one already. Let me go to your channel and let me refresh. Let's see. See where we're at. Let's see where we're at. We might be one closer. One closer. We only need 2 subscribers. We're at 498 subscribers. 498. Let me make this full screen. Hold on.
Damn, look at that.
I'm gonna share this tab right now. Can you see it? I don't know what I gotta do this. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm not good with this. I'm the most unprofessional YouTuber, but I do appreciate House of Hounds. Look at this. This is live. If we can get him to 500 subs, I will give out. The game's not out. It comes out next week, but when it releases, you know I'm good for it. House, if you win a prize on Retro Legends, am I good for it? Do you get your prizes?
Yep, I've gotten my prize. Juice got her prize on a little side bet that you guys did. Yep.
498.
498, baby.
Okay, and let me refresh one more time to make sure we're not at 500 yet. 499. One. It only takes one person now. We're one person away from
the big
getting
50
to the 500 subscriber point. This is a YouTube milestone. Man, I'm so glad to be doing this live with you and seeing this happen. Getting to 500 is a heck of an accomplishment. It is so hard to do YouTube and get your channel to 500 subscribers. Wars, welcome to the show. If you're not subscribed, please drop House of Hounds to subscribe. We got Rich Mix, who will be eligible for the contest later when we do a drawing. He dropped a score on our leaderboards.
Thanks, Rich Mix.
Mikey Yoon is getting his girlfriend to sub. Let's see if we get to 500. It might be happening. Let me go back. Let me refresh. Still 499.
Still 49.
Okay, well, we'll get back to it. I'm gonna invite the next person on.
Yes.
Yeah. GeForce guys says 500 is bigger than the size of a movie theater. I know, that's crazy. And the YouTube thing, and it really is a snowball. Once you get started, it just gets easier and easier. But it's a real grind when you go from like 50 to 100, then to 500. This is the hard part. This is the real struggle when you're just starting out. Okay. And you're just running for the. Let me refresh. The 500. 501. You've done it. You've done it. House of Hounds. You're 501 subscribers.
Thank you, everybody, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you guys.
We will do the giveaway right after we do the drawing for the giveaway for the leaderboard players. Everyone watching the show is eligible. So for this drawing, I'll use the StreamYard's picker. This you cannot fix. House. It's randomized. So there's no way to cheat. Okay. And I'll just
you're using a picker now?
It's an automatic pick. Well, no, just for not for the contest. I still like my old school way, but for the drawing for the pinball table, shooting the rapids when it comes out, I will do. I have a StreamYard's picker for that.
Sweet.
Okay. So without further ado, next guest I'm going to bring on, and you do some incredible. I would like to say thank you for all the incredible streams you do on the AtGames Pinball. You've really made me a better pinball player. I've learned so much from you, and this was the least I could do to kind of pay it forward for all the times I've watched your streams, and they've helped me get better at pinball. So thank you, House of Hounds.
Man. I appreciate it. I've learned a lot from the community too, man.
Let's go full screen here. This next person, he doesn't, you know, he's not overly proud, but he lets his scores do the talking. NixReviews just got #1 in the world on Pinball FX VR in Champions Pub. And House of Hounds, he did this while playing live on YouTube.
Nice.
You can check it out in this stream right here. Welcome to the Retro Legends show again. This guy's a wizard. NixReviews, welcome to the show.
Everybody?
Good to see you, man. How's it feel to have multiple #1s on Pinball FX VR?
It feels good. It feels.
How many tables are you #1 in the whole world on Pinball FX VR right now?
I think last count, I think 6. 6 of the
six,
tables.
and there's 20 tables. So you have 6 of the 20 tables in VR. Of course, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between Pinball FX VR and AtGames Pinball. They're a little different, but still a heck of an accomplishment. If you are not subscribed, how many subscribers? You're right around 300. Let's see. Let's try to get Nix up there too. If you're not subscribed to Nix's channel,
Absolutely.
go drop him a
check
sub.
me out.
And this guy's been on fire lately. I mean, welcome to the stream, ChalataLove.
There he is.
Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you
great to see you.
for having me on.
Great to see you. Another great AtGames. You do a lot of AtGames pinball streaming, and we're going to talk a little bit about some things I've learned from you watching your last stream this week. Really enjoyed it. Check out ChalataLove. Here's his channel. This was the last stream I watched. He does this lunch hour pinball stream. How did you decide? You're the only person I know. Like, I'm at work. I'm a school teacher. I'm always at work while you're streaming, but I do always watch it on replay. But how did you decide on lunch hour? That's very unusual.
Well, you know, I mean, I noticed a lot of the people that I watch, they stream in the evening time, and usually like during the week or on the weekends. And I was trying to figure out, you know, where my schedule kind of opened up and what would be a good thing for what I would probably want. And I was thinking, you know, what would be awesome would be able to watch some pinball while you're on your lunch hour. I mean, you know, you sometimes I would sit there and just kind of be bored and be looking for something to watch on YouTube and on my lunch hours, and would go back to watching videos that were recorded earlier, you know, gameplay or whichever. And I decided, what the heck, let's try lunchtime. And I've had just an amazing response from it, and I'm so grateful. So
yeah, that's awesome. You're growing fast too. Are you like at 300 subscribers already?
Yeah, a little over 300 now, man. It's been a while.
Subscribers. That is incredible. Like, you're blowing up.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like with the AtGames pinball streaming, the thing I love is, like, I'll watch House's stream and I'll pick something up from watching him play. He'll talk about they tell you how to play the games to get better. Then I watch your stream and you have some different ideas. But the personalities and just being able, like, a lot of times when House is playing, I mean, I'm right on my pinball playing right while he's playing. Yeah. So it almost feels like, you know, it's great. You know, it makes the world smaller, and you can look, these tables, there's so much strategy. so much to learn. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, I
That's
don't.
right.
I try not to miss anybody's streams, man, because these games are a lot of these games are so complex, and there's things that we don't all think about, and we all catch from each other, and we grow from each other, and I think it's
That
just
is true.
an amazing community. I think it's awesome that we all do this.
100%, 100%. Iron sharpens iron. If you want to get better, you got to play with good players. That's how you're going to get better.
And we're definitely seeing that within the community, with everybody that's currently in the chat.
And you never kick the good players out of your tournaments. You want the good players. You want the players that bring it and will compete, right? So,
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, ChalataLove is the only guy that I know that plays with gloves. He's starting a trend.
I was playing with gloves
I need
like
some
a year
gloves.
ago.
My hands hurt. When
I had some weightlifting gloves that had cutouts and all that stuff, but it's hit and miss. I don't wear them all the time, but gloves do help with when your hands get sweaty.
I've got these.
So that's a great thing to do.
I've got these padded ones that have the padding on the inside.
Those look
They've
nice.
got the cut-offs on the fingers, and I tell you what, man, these things, they're
Especially when
lifesavers.
you're leaning on that table.
Yeah,
it definitely saves the palms of your hands.
I liked when we were doing the
Absolutely.
battle of the streamers for tomato grass. You pulled out like the doctor's gloves.
Yeah.
Like you were doing surgery. I love that. That was great.
Yeah, that's
that
what you do, man.
We
gotta start calling
that was
intimidation
intimidating.
factor. It's like,
Yeah,
here we go.
doctor's gloves. That's a ChalataLove's
to get
coming
done
in to do surgery
right here.
I originally did it for the sweat. My hands sweat like crazy, and of course, being on camera and being nervous, my hands are sitting there sweating, and it's just my hands are just like sticking to the side of the table because my hands are so sweaty. And I was like, you know what? Let's try putting some nitro gloves on, and those have evolved to what I'm wearing now, and it's.
Dr. ChalataLove. And I like when House is explaining the tables, like when he was doing I think it's called the Flipper Academy. When you do the tape where you spotlight a table, you put on the gloves where you point on the table and you show with the skeleton finger. This is exactly where you gotta hit. This is the target here, and it's like the kind of it's like you're doing a service, because if you want to get good, the education and knowing what to do. And watching someone do it then is like, it makes us all the world smaller. We have like an arcade experience, when you're watching you guys, I feel like I'm back in the arcades watching good players and picking up tricks on how to get good at these games,
But the cool thing about the old days was that the person that was good would never give their
never tell you.
Never
it was the Billy Mitchell syndrome. I don't know.
I
I don't know about those extra 4 dots on Pac-Man that no one knows about.
But at this stage of the game, though, it's just like, what's the point of holding the secrets? I would love to see somebody learn from me and be able to take what they have learned and just put it into practice, and I love 100%. Seeing that in our community, because some of these players, they started off, they were new voice, and now they're getting up there and they're putting up some respectable scores, and they attribute it to watching our videos and us explaining, going through the tables, because we can all agree every table can be overwhelming with all the flashing lights. Where do you shoot first? What's the game plan? And a lot of people just aim randomly, and they don't get the success.
It's not random. Like, no matter what you think, pinball's not random.
It's not random. Absolutely.
The thing I want to talk about the Retro Legends Arcade. The whole purpose of the show initially was to give people that like to play a leaderboard and a place to drop scores. Look at how many games we've played and how many players we've had. I mean, it's really incredible. I look at this and I'm like, this is incredible. Yeah. And I just want to remind people, you could still, if you want to drop scores, these leaderboards are open and free, and feel free to drop scores onto these games we've played. But we've played a ton of good games. And the thing with this format is we can just pick the best of the best. Like we just did Attack from Mars. We did Black Rose Pinball. We did the brand new AtGames Zakaria, Moonflight Deluxe. We played the arcade classic Gorf and Atari Demon Attack. So, I mean, like, you could pick stuff that's a lot of fun to play. You don't have to play the dogs. You could play the good stuff. And
Papa Brad.
Yes.
When when you posted Gorf I think it was last week, right?
Yeah, last week was Gorf.
I remember that game. I have not played that since the arcade. Like, I haven't even loaded it on any of my emulators. I loaded it up. Within 2 games, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember why I hate this game.
and that's the whole point of the Retro Legends arcade is we're showcasing
free, and it's
games
fun
from yesteryear that were really good that even this generation might not have know about, and we're showcasing it and like, hey, look at this game. It's a lot of fun, and like, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Here's the thing too, this is all for fun. If someone was real critical and they were like, well, these leaderboards, they are fun. Absolutely. It's for fun, and it's on the honor system. It's
not Guinness World Record chasing here. No, it's
prizes
about
are not released based upon you getting first place. You can be in last place and win the prize. So if you
want to see your personal best,
you're only cheating yourself. Because the whole point of this is to get better and to play against good players that can put up good scores and just have fun, And the only way you're really going to play is like they did with Battle of the Streamers, where you play head to head. Now that is the ultimate in competition. There's no way to fake that. When you limit your chances and you play head to head. But this is just a fun thing, and I do it for free, and it's just for fun, I would like to give a huge shout out to Steps Gaming. Today's her birthday. I gifted her a Atari 7800 Plus on her stream. And she is a huge retro game fan. She actually has Atari cartridges and no way to play them. I got her a 7800 Plus. There is a really good deal right now, and this is not shilling or anything. It's just when I find a good deal, sometimes I like to just, if you're into Atari, I was going to save it for the Atari section, but since Steps is here, you can get the Atari 7800 Plus for $64.99 right now. This plays real Atari cartridges and comes with a wireless joystick and a game. It's a really good deal. I have one of these. This is what I play all my Atari stuff on anymore because it has HDMI out. It's easy to stream it, and it just looks good. It works good. But I just wanted to give a shout. Thank you, Steps. You didn't have to do that. But we appreciate you. Happy birthday to Steps. You have anything you want to say next? I mean, we've spent a lot of time with Steps on the Friday
happy birthday
show.
Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy that Atari 7800. Friggin', that's a great product, and
it is cool
because Atari's those games were fantastic, and I'm glad they make stuff like that you can play stuff on.
Yeah, it's great. It's retro gaming. I mean, look, I got the Miss Pac-Man on right now. That's the 7800 Plus. That right there is the 7800 Plus with the Miss Pac-Man cartridge running. But I hope you enjoy it. But the whole purpose of these leaderboards, I mean, it's just
personal
for fun.
best. Yeah, for fun, personal best. I want to see people's personal best. Absolutely.
I might not be able to make 125 billion points in Attack from Mars. 120 billion.
I don't know if I could get up that high again. That was an insane game. I was in the zone, man. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man,
I did push myself to have my personal best score, and I guess we'll bring up this right now. I think there is a difference between playing in Pinball FX VR versus playing on AtGames Pinball. It's definitely harder.
It is. Nick. So it's harder to play at AtGames Pinball because the latency. When I do OTG with my PC. I don't know if it's my PC because I got all these monitors going, but there is a slight delay. It's like I have to pre-press the button to flip it in order to get it to be on the flipper where I want it to go, if that makes sense. It's not instantaneous.
And some of the tables, I swear, they're easier. Like Attack from Mars, I played them back to back, and I could score higher. I got my score in 10 billion.
Yeah, you gotta play that table a certain way.
VR, and my score on the AtGames, the best I could get was around 7 billion. So I don't know, if they redid the games or if just the lag is lower. But it is easier. So just
it feels like the real deal. It feels like a real pinball machine.
What we'll do also is we're just going to let people know whether they're playing on the AtGames Pinball. To be fair, right? Because really, we just want people to have fun, if you played on AtGames Pinball, we'll just when we go over the scores, we'll just shout you out. Does that sound good, House?
Yeah.
You brought that up. I think that's a really good idea.
Like
And,
when I played VR, I did notice there was a lot of shots that I couldn't do in VR, and then there's a lot of shots in VR that I could do that there's no way you're doing that on the 4K.
Yeah, and I want to say an Attack from Mars, especially the ball lock. It's like the ball lock is hard to get locked with the AtGames. And I literally gave him that feedback. The first time I played it, I told him, look, the ball lock, it's hard to get the ball to lock. And people are going to say, yeah, you can do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. There are people like you to watch Tomato Grass. It's like
VR
watching
was easy.
ballet.
It was like
you
butter.
watch a good player like ChalataLove or House of Hounds. They can get the shot and make it lock, but it's easier to lock it on the VR, and that means more multi-balls, right?
Oh, and it's crucial that multi-ball you have to get. Reason being is because that's the only way you get. I believe you get the super jackpot because you have to hit all the jackpots because all the jackpots are lit, and then once they're all lit, then you have one jackpot that rotates the targets, right? And then you have to hit that, and you light that one of the 6 challenge lights at the bottom of the table. It is crazy.
I completely changed my strategy to get the 10 billion versus the 7 billion. I always went for getting all the cities.
That's not the strategy.
Really, the multi-ball strategy is if you want to score crazy points, you got to play multi-ball nonstop.
Yeah, and the multi-ball will help you do the cities for the dead shot.
Yes, that's what I did. That's what I did because it's less risk for losing your turn. Because when you get into end game, when you're getting the last few cities, it takes quite a number of shots to take their shield down before you get that final shot to take them out. So multi-ball is key.
It's huge. It's huge in that game. I mean, there's a reason why there's 3 multi-balls in that on that table.
Yeah,
I mean, it's huge. That's a huge amount of points. Now, of course, going through all the modes and getting all the cities and stuff like that, you definitely need to get that to get to the wizard mode. But multi-ball, man, that's a lot of points, especially when you're trying to put a lot of points fast on the board. Multi-ball.
Yeah, Total Annihilation is one of them.
Yeah,
that's the one where you get a lot of where it's a growing value.
Yeah. How do you score 125 billion points on Attack from Mars? What was so special about that game that you filmed?
So basically, to do that, it's the multi-ball. It's the multi-ball that we mentioned. It's getting especially the Total Annihilation a lot went in and out of multi-ball to progress through the cities, like being able to hit all the targets 3 times consistently to get into Total Annihilation, and also locking the ball for the missile multi-ball lock. And like I said, completing all the challenge lights.
I never know what to do when you get the strobe multi-ball. I've gotten that a bunch of times. How do you complete the strobe?
I can help you. I can help you. Up the middle. You have to keep hitting the shield. With like the gate.
The center?
The gate,
okay.
Hit it 10 times, don't you get like an extra ball or something like that?
You get an extra ball.
10 times and you get an extra ball.
Yeah.
And that's one of the challenges lights at the bottom. You have to complete that, the strobe multi-ball.
Okay.
And so that's one of them. The super jackpot, like I mentioned, with the missile multi-ball, getting to that point in the multi-ball where there's that singular jackpot that rotates. You have to hit that, and then that'll light up.
And there's even like bombs or something you can get, right? Like where you can literally Martian bomb. You can literally blow up the Martians, like
in the video mode.
There's so much strategy, like
there's
I
a trick.
Even knew about.
Now the Martians. Now a lot of people have trouble with the Martian multi-ball, and there's a trick to do it so easily, and it incorporates getting the ball stalled on your flippers, so it's dead stopped, and freaking let it roll down. And it's basically pretty much falling off the flipper, but you're not balling out, and then you're just sending it, and you can see the angle that it is. It's that tight angle, and it'll hit that alien. Either flipper will send it to those sides, and if you get enough juice on the ball, it'll actually deflect and potentially hit the aliens near the shield up top, and boom, you completed all the targets. And then boom, and not only that, with multi-ball, you can stack multi-balls on multi-balls. Like especially when you're on Martian multi-ball, you can get Total Annihilation going still and get the targets.
I've never ever played the game that way. Like this is the first week I've ever played switching from like I always thought like you just got to get through the cities, you know, like that was the whole point of the
so
game.
when it comes to the cities, you can only drop the shield when you're in single ball mode, right? So once you do that, and it only takes 3 shots, right? Then stop shooting that up there, and then just go get multi-ball going. And then when multi-ball is going, then send the balls up there. And especially when you're on Total Annihilation, or any multi-ball, doesn't matter, but just send them up there to destroy the saucer. And if you don't destroy the saucer and you ball out and you're back on single ball, just get multi-ball going again. Just hit the targets to get it going, because there's no timer on destroying the saucer. It'll just sit there. So don't even worry about it.
If you look at the video where the match between me and Tomato Grass for the finals in Battle of the Streamers,
that was intense. 1. Yeah.
How the way I was able to beat him was I ran Total Annihilation probably 4 or 5 times, and I used those multi-balls as my city to take down the cities while I was kind of playing the Total Annihilation as well, right? Because on the 4KP, getting that triple ball locked with the Jets is pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. We'll just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and read this scores for Attack from Mars right now. We have Biggie D coming in with 1 billion, Ballydurn with 4 billion, Herbors 4.7 billion, G4 Sky, good score, 6.5 billion, T McCloskey 7 billion, Mikey Yoon bringing in the heat with almost 8.6 billion. Then we have YO with 10 billion. I got my personal best score, and let's go talk about how they're playing. Biggie D, Pinball FX VR, Ballydurn, AtGames Pinball, Herbors, Pinball FX VR, G4 Sky. Look at that. He not only did. Can y'all see that? Apparently, he's comparing himself to Michael B. He's got 1 billion. He's got 6.5 billion. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. That's a good screenshot. That's creative. T McCloskey, of course, is on AtGames Pinball. Mikey Yoon, Pinball FX VR. YO, AtGames 4KP Pinball. I think he might be the highest 4KP player with 10 billion. That shows you how much harder it is. So that's 10 billion right there.
All the scores that everybody got, it shows that you know how to run the table. It's just
these are good.
You're getting unlucky. You're getting unlucky ball outs and deflections.
The thing that's great is like I saw these scores going up and down all week. So like people are playing and competing, you know. And me 10 billion. I could not get that on my 4KP. I got that on Pinball FX VR. I got about 7 billion was my highest score. We got kevgret with 24 billion. Is he like the number? What score is he? Is that number?
I think he's like 13th in the world on VR.
That's a popular table.
It is a lot of people playing that.
With the 50 billion. The Rexer show came in.
I have to shout this one out. We have the trifecta in our community on this table in VR. Myself, Rexer, and Sacro have taken the podium on Attack from Mars and Pinball FX VR. First, second, and third place.
Second, and third. All connected to Retro Legends. Zen Pinball. How's pinball tables? What's up with that? We got all the top players playing.
Absolutely. And those actually aren't their current scores. They actually have higher scores than what is posted here in the stream tonight. They didn't update it. I think Rexer got up there.
That stream for the Battle of the Streamers was incredible too, House. I remember that where you played Tomato Grass.
It was.
Yeah.
And that is like if you love pinball, I mean, like this is one to cut your teeth on. Attack from Mars is one of the greatest pinball tables of all time. I mean, it's just one of the best. How do you feel about it, ChalataLove?
Oh, I love that table.
That's
such a great table. She can be mean and brutal when she wants to, and boy can she. But I love that table. It's one of my top 5.
What would be your tip if you were to give someone a tip, just a general tip to play Attack from Mars, something to focus on to be better?
Attack from Mars. I guess the tip that I would give them would be at launch. to hold the left flipper up,
Mm.
allow, and then when you launch, it goes all the way around the orbit. Allow the ball to bounce to dead flip over to the right, and then with the right flipper, hit it up and hit the center, and it will drop the target on your first shot.
So you can actually drop the barrier on the first shot.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yep.
We're going to go to a House of Hounds next. House of Hounds. Any words of wisdom for playing Attack from Mars? You did win the Battle of the Streamers playing this game against a brutal, ruthless competitor. Tomato Grass, when he's on, is just unbelievably talented pinball player. So any tips for Attack from Mars? Because this is super popular pinball.
Yeah, honestly, ChalataLove said one of the best tips there is that super skill shot. That is definitely something to learn right away. And I would say the next thing is whatever platform you're playing on, concentrate on the multi-balls and use the multi-balls to shoot it straight up the middle. Because that's what's going to get your cities quicker and safer.
Yeah. And now Papa Brad's going to tell you, shoot right in the center every time. Go for those cities every single time, and you'll be sending that ball right down the center, just like I always do. And let's go to someone that really is a really great player. Let's go to NixReviews. Tell us what would be your tips for playing.
Other than what we've already mentioned, I'm going to go the opposite direction from the skill shot that everybody else does. I don't do that. What I do is I should do the other skill shot. I shoot the ball up and I hit the rollover target because you get the ×5 multiplier and ball bonus, and then I get a chance to get the ball up there to bounce around on the bumpers to get closer to Super Jets. Because Super Jets is actually something that is a challenge down below to help you complete the table and get to wizard mode. So you want to get going on that. And also with the multiplier, it's unlimited. There's no cap. If I've had a multiplier go up to like times in the late
tell people 30s, where's the multiplier? Like if I didn't know, it's the
rollover, 2 rollover targets at the top. You just keep
very,
getting that
very top right. The little lights.
Yeah, keep getting those lit every time you send the ball up there. Especially when you're getting them those out lanes lit for total annihilation, because you have to hit those targets right 3 times anyway, and the ball's up there. So make sure you're getting your multipliers, because there was one point where I got 7 billion points at an M-ball bonus because I had my multiplier up so high, because there's no cap. So make sure you keep doing that. That's a great tip.
Okay, awesome. We also played Black Rose. We had G4 Sky, Mikey Yoon, Ballydern, T. McCloskey, Lord Donkey Balls played on that one. He chose to play that one, and he played in VR.
Black Rose.
Black Rose. Rich Mix, welcome to the Retro Legends Arcade. You will be eligible for the contest we're going to run. YO plays an AtGames Pinball. Yep. Good. 258 billion. ChalataLove, my brother. Look at that.
Yeah.
397.
Scourge of the 7 Seas. Absolutely.
That is an insane score. That is great. Now, that was on AtGames Pinball. Let's point that out, too. That's AtGames Pinball, so for the highest one. Okay, let's keep going. Sacro, the Rexer Show, and, of course, Unix with the number 1 score on
we did it all in VR.
So,
friggin' that table is amazing. Like, the integration of the cannon in the middle of the table. I remember playing this real table when I was younger, out in the wild.
I love this table. Every time I see it I have to play it when I see it on location. It's fantastic. It's a great table. I love this table. And they really nail it. Zen really does a good job with these Williams tables. They're very much like the real thing. Any tips for this one? Let's start with House of Hounds. Any tips
on Black Rose?
Black Rose. Any tips?
Yeah. Take advantage of that skill shot right at the beginning.
The beginning skill shot, the soft plunge to open up Davy Jones' locker.
Let it drain, then go for the locker, because you can start double broadside. And if you keep hitting straight up the middle on that 30-second or 45-second timer, whatever it is,
yeah,
you know, you can get, if you nail it every single time, you can get up to like 164 mil right there.
I've never gotten that high, but you can for sure.
Yeah.
I will say this too, that the on this one,
insane.
just for me, this is just my personal experience. But for this one, it was easier to get that skill shot on the AtGames Pinball than in VR. So I'm just going to point. I have both, and to me, it was easier to get the skill shot on the AtGames Pinball. But
I haven't tried in VR yet.
Any tips, ChalataLove, for the pinball table, Black Rose?
Black Rose. Let's see. Apart from what House has said so far, I would say the loop shot. If you can get dialed in on that loop shot, you can get an extra ball from that loop shot, but you can also, while you're doing that loop shot, light the lock at the same time. So being able to do that, get that dial, that loop shot dialed in, get your extra ball, and have lock lit ready for you to start multi-ball.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Arcade Talk. Good to see you here. Okay. And NixReviews. Tell us about like your strategy, because your strategy is completely different than how I play it. Once again, it's a totally different strategy. You were saying you were hitting the whirlpool shot and getting the extra ball every time. That's a totally different strategy.
This is something that if you don't pay attention to, and I actually, it probably says it in the table guide. I haven't read it, but I picked up on it in my playthrough. So when it comes to the whirlpool shot, there's no extra ball award, but you earn it by hitting that target and increasing the point value up until that final award. You get an audio cue indicating, hey, your next shot, you're going to get it, right? The caveat to this is there's a timer after you hit the shot to hit it again. It's generous. So if you don't hit it, because the ball comes back down on the flipper, the same flipper you need to shoot it up there. And if you miss, you know, you do have a little bit of time to get it back and get it on the flipper and get it back up there.
So you would say master the whirlpool shot.
Yes. Now when it comes to the extra ball, yes, master that whirlpool shot. Good. When it comes to that extra ball, you can earn that once per turn. So when you ball drain and you get your end ball bonus and you launch the ball again, you can go after that extra ball again. So that's how you can continue the table going. As long as you're good at that shot and get that extra ball every turn, you can play all day, essentially.
Yeah. So basically, you're every time you're basically making sure you get the extra ball every time, so that the game.
And also on top of that, if you get other extra balls, and as long as you're getting that extra ball every turn, you're protecting the other ones you've already attained. So you've stacked extra balls, right? So that's possible to do, right? So yeah, you can have endless gameplay as long as you're not constantly balling out. Obviously, I did because I didn't play all day because I ended at 971 million. But the real trick to scoring on this table is getting in and out of multi-ball mode to get the letters to spell sink ship, right? So when you go to get into multi-ball mode,
you got to stack the letters. You want to get as many letters. It's possible to get enough letters where you can just sink one ship, and then you could sink another ship the next time.
Yeah. Now I'm speaking of to start this all off. You have to get into multi-ball to begin with, and you have to light the rollover targets that spell lock, right? And to get that, you're hitting the whirlpool shot to be protected, right? Because it goes right over the rollover target, and also hitting the Pirate's Cove target on the very left where the sink hole target is.
That's where you collect the letters.
That's how you can collect the letter there, and but you lose your multiplier, end ball bonus multiplier, if you spell lock the final letter hitting Pirate's Cove, because I've been spelling lock and on a long turn, and I'm like, why is my end ball bonus like 2? And I'm like, that's kind of why. You got to get it. But anyway, going back to the scoring. Now you've got multi-ball ready to go, so you activate it, and then all the ramps, if you hit them, will give you a letter. during multi-ball.
Yeah, you gotta get the letters. You gotta get the letters.
So you want to be hitting all the ramps during.
So we have a lot of talk going on here about Tomb Raider in the chat. We got a lot of talk going on about Tomb Raider. Let's take another quick look at Tomb Raider since they want to see Tomb Raider.
Welcome to the Pinball Bites. Buckle up as today's episode is packed with huge announcements and epic pinball power-ups you don't wanna miss.
We're revealing a brand new franchise joining the pinball universe.
Plus, iconic Williams tables are heading into immersive territory.
Let's go!
Before we dive into our pinball news for today, let's recap what happened in our pinball world since we last saw each other.
On April 3rd, we released Pinball FX VR, our new virtual reality pinball game on MetaQuest.
We are very grateful for all the positive feedback the game has received, and we will have VR news for you even in this episode.
After multiple VR and mobile pinball releases, it's time to add something new to Pinball FX as well.
Get ready for a new adventure.
This is going to require some creativity. The manor's full of surprises. Let's find them all. Here lies the god King Tihagu. There is quite the crowd here for a tomb. Barely a challenge. Focus. That was quite the adventure. There's always more to discover. Stay sharp. Back in action. Quick jumps and swift moves. We're doing well. Time to tackle the study. I make my own luck.
Say hello to Tomb Raider Pinball, a 2-table pack filled with danger, discovery and a lot of silver ball action.
From the legendary halls of Croft Manor to mysterious tombs around the world, test your skills, uncover secrets and play through iconic missions from the Tomb Raider franchise.
On the Adventures of Lara Croft table, players can embark on a thrilling pinball adventure that spans Lara Croft's greatest expeditions.
While on Secrets of Croft Manor Pinball, you can join Lara as she battles through a series of thrilling challenges in the legendary home of the Crofts.
These tables are definitely built to test your reflexes and courage at the same time.
And here is the best part. Tomb Raider Pinball drops on all Pinball FX platforms on June 19th.
And that's not all. You may have noticed multiple logos popping up at the end of the trailer.
That's right, we are releasing a new pinball pack on 9 different platforms at the same time.
Pinball FX VR, Zen Pinball World and AtGames Legends 4K players will also receive these 2 amazing tables on June 19.
Keep an eye out on our social channels as the virtual reality trailer of these tables is going to be epic. The Tomb Raider Pinball pack will also have its own questline in Pinball FX.
Well, there you go, Tomb Raider.
That's
fantastic. It's coming out soon. I can't wait for. Hopefully, AtGames Pinball gets it. The Tomb Raider is a cool franchise. Did you play that when it came out, House? Tomb Raider? Was that a game you played?
Yep. Yeah, like the actual video game I did.
Yeah,
like
back in the day, the PlayStation 1, I guess it was.
Yep.
PC.
Yeah, played them all.
Yeah, Wango says he approves of those tables. How about you, ChalataLove? Did you play any Tomb Raider games?
Oh yeah, I played them all, man.
Played them all?
All the time.
Okay.
They were a blast.
Yep. Okay. Nix, obviously, Tomb Raider.
Oh, absolutely. I played those PlayStation 1 versions. Back in the
we're
day.
gonna talk AtGames after this. I guess we'll just do the leaderboards. We're almost through them anyway. We'll go to our Zaccaria Magic Pixel table. We picked
that's AtGames.
Space Shuttle Deluxe. I mean Moonflight Deluxe. Why did I say? I'm looking at. I'm seeing Space Shuttle Moonflight Deluxe. Moonflight, because I saw the Space Shuttle, right? But Moonflight Deluxe, I really love this table, and I just even loved it even more playing it all week. We had some really sick scores in our I scored. I think almost everyone is playing this either on Steam or on AtGames Pinball. We had House of Hounds played, T. McCloskey, Ballydurn, NixReviews Sacro. I got 176 billion, YO, and then ChalataLove on AtGames Pinball for the win. Congratulations, ChalataLove, and you're here on the show. So shout out to you, brother.
Appreciate it.
I couldn't get to that score. That 188 whatever million. That was a tall order. But the more I played this table, I enjoyed it. Yes,
the trouble I had on that table is the those targets there, the upper flippers. Trying to get that sinkhole and that little ramp that has the 2 posts. It's so narrow, like it has to be a perfect shot.
That's a tough shot.
I am going to blow it. This is one of the rare opportunities where I actually beat Nix too. This is one of the very rare opportunities where I actually beat you on this one. But shout out to ChalataLove with the #1 spot. But you did school me on Gorf. You got the #1 score on Gorf, followed by Sacro, and I think I came in third. Yeah. House of Hounds played, Ballydurn played, Team McCloskey played. Then we did some ATARI games. We did Demon Attack with NixReviews with the #1. I was
in the zone.
Sacro with #2, Lord Donkey Balls, #3, and Papa Brad rounding up the #4 for our ATARI game of the week. So those are pretty much all the games we played this week. Once again, about these leaderboards, they're just for free and for fun, So hopefully everyone's enjoying them, Nix is an absolute killer at video games. He's going to be hard to beat, but he does push you to play better,
Yeah, and that's why I on my channel I give all the tips of the trade that I use in my tool belt of how I get these scores. Absolutely.
And just a reminder, let me check and make sure House is still at I got to double check. Make sure he's still over 500.
Oh, of course he is.
He's got to stay over 500. I'm going to go back and look.
How do you unsubscribe from a great channel? Come on.
House, I think you'll be at 550 now. How about that?
If you're not subscribed to House, he's only at 501. Can we get him a few more? He's only at 501. Can we get him a few more subscribers for this stream? Let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me remove this because we read all the scores. And let me change it to this. And we're going to give out a pinball table. This will be for Shooting the Rapids, which will be coming out soon. So let's see. We're going to give out 3 of them on this stream right now. We'll give out 3 of them. This will be the first one.
Here we go.
So, okay, if you want to win a Shooting the Rapids pinball table when it comes out for the AtGames HD pinball or for the 4KP pinball table, you're going to type #retro_legends in the chat. I'll go ahead and type it in the chat so y'all can see it. #retro, and then put a space, then write legends. I'm going to start collecting comments. Let's see, how do I do this? Can you see it? I got to go back. Oh, wait, it's not sharing. How do I get to share? Present. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to put the giveaway tool up. Share this tab instead. Can y'all see that? No? Oh, well, maybe I got to do... Okay, I don't have anything. Let me see something. I'm not doing something right, I'm sure. Let's see.
All right.
Did it come up? Let me try out. Let me just unshare it and share it again then. Present. Share screen.
Technology.
Yep. Y'all keep talking while I'm figuring this out. I got to figure this out real quick.
The suspense.
The giveaway tool. Okay, now it should come up. If I did it right. Did it come up?
There we go.
Sure. Can you see it now? #RetroLegends. Okay. #RetroLegends. So, okay, so start typing it in now if you want to win. Y'all can play. ChalataLove, type it in. Next, type it in. #retro_legends. This is for a Shooting the Rapids pinball game when it comes out. It can be for the 4K pinball or for the HD AtGames Pinball. And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But since we're giving out 3, I'm gonna give out 1 right now. This is for the first winner of a code. Give everyone a few more minutes. #RetroLegends. Okay.
Gonna roll the dice.
Okay, looks like we got 8 people. I'm gonna go ahead and do the first one. Good luck, gamers. Here we go. Boom. I love this. Look at it. It's going through everyone's name. It could be anybody.
Yep.
Who's it going to be? Dun, dun, dun. First winner is Danny Johnson. All right, Danny Johnson. So, when the game releases, I will get in touch with me on my Discord or on my email, and I will get you a code for the game Shooting the Rapids when it releases next week. And we'll be talking about that in a minute. So I'm going to leave that in the background for right now. And let's see. Stop sharing. Okay, like that. Okay. And we're going to talk some AtGames news real quick.
AtGames. Let's go.
Let's go AtGames news. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is Shooting the Rapids Deluxe is coming out. Take a quick look at the table.
Solid hit. Ball saved. Your spirit remains unbroken. Nice aim, sharpshooter. Good shot, brave one. Ball save is activated.
Looks pretty good on AtGames Pinball. Coming out next week, Shooting the Rapids.
Good shot, brave one.
Got the bear up there at the top. We're giving out three of these this show too. You have a chance to win this table. What is your first impression of it? I know it's probably the first time you saw it, Nix. What's your first impression of that table? Just looking at it.
Well, it looks interesting. I like that it's nice and open, and that those center targets aren't too close like it was on Black Belt right there. And I like that upper play field and the ramps and the orbits leading up to that. So, and it looks like the ball physics doesn't look like what the video showed that it was very floaty in comparison to the last table we played. When they're
all going to be that way. That's the magic pixel ball.
No, this one it seemed less on this table. But I saw the eye test. The eye test on this table I'm talking about is less. It's less floaty. It looks pretty good. Yeah.
What do you think, ChalataLove, after your first impression, just looking at it?
You know, I'm optimistic, man. But this table's got some big shoes to fill. Because
Shooting the Rapids is one of the best tables that they've done.
Tables before this were just awesome.
Shooting the Rapids Deluxe,
awesome. So it's got some big shoes to fill, but I'm optimistic. It looks like a fun table.
Okay, we're gonna let House of Hounds go, but House of Hounds is gonna get some extra ammunition because I'm now going to show it on the cabinet with the back glass. The DMD is not in the right spot, but this is some footage from my 4KP running it on Steam. Okay, so you can see what it will look like on the pinball machine in action. I'm going to let House of Hounds talk a little bit.
Courage and wisdom will carry you through the rapids ahead. Are you ready, brave one?
Not as floaty.
Solid hit, fearless spirit.
I really like the lighting effects when you hit. You notice when you hit the slingshot at the bottom, there's like little lights that go off when you hit. Pocahontas on the side there. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like how that right lane
solid hit
orbit that's flashing right now. It's forgiving. It's nice and wide. So you're not even on. You're not even right on target. You're hitting that.
Triple combo. Super combo.
Yeah, combo opportunity right there. You get boom, 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 boom.
Going after
super
another
combo.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, just missed it.
Well, anyway, there's a little bit of the game in action. So what do you think, House?
First thing I did notice after Nick's mentioned it, it does look like the physics were tweaked. Because that does look a little bit more solid. Even if you look at the flipper, I didn't notice it the first time, but as soon as you mentioned it, I was like, really? And then I looked at it, and yeah, that is not nearly as floaty as before. So they must have tweaked something with the physics, right? Second thing is, just like I think the last game and the last two, or this one only, they're actually doing different screens on the DMDs.
Yes.
Totally redone
thank
the DMD.
God.
Thank God.
Like,
yeah, when I was playing Black Belt Deluxe and it was doing the pink triangles and like there's ninjas on the screen, I'm like, what does this have to do with the theme of the table should be martial arts? And I'm seeing pink triangles. I mean,
that's
like,
something I expect to see on the the Dr. Seuss tables and something like that.
It's fine for that, but not in the martial arts
for that.
No.
So coming to AtGames next week.
So clearly, Magic Pixel's trying to listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get rid of that center post crap.
Center post. Where's tomato grass when you need him? So if everything goes right, the planets align. This should be coming to us on the 29th to AtGames Pinball. This is the May calendar. Of course, we did not get any Zen Studio pinball tables, which hurts to go a whole month with no new Zen release. But so the next thing I want to talk about real quick is let's start talking about.
I actually have a theory on that Zen. Why we're not getting those Zen?
Okay, let's hold it for 1 minute. We'll talk the tournament, and then I promise we're going to talk about AtGames theory. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Segue time. Let's go.
So let's see if we can get me canceled here from AtGames. We got this week to me was painful. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, Homeworld was not Homeworld. I could not get that game, and it was a tough game to play. I thought just brutal, like Homeworld. What did y'all think of that? Playing that for competition?
I'll tell you, this week it was a write-off for me. I did
write-off.
I didn't even have motivation to try to play these other tables, right? But surprisingly, that friggin' hippie table is fun.
Yeah, it is.
The surprise hit. You know the funny thing? I watched ChalataLove's his middle of the day stream, and he taught me to do the backhand flip up to the Colt ramp. And literally my whole game, all I'm doing is doing that backhand shot where it goes to the Colt. And it's surprisingly very addictive. For the love of God, why didn't they put a ball number on the screen though?
Right.
Like, you do not know what ball you're on. Like, it's like basic stuff like that. Like who missed that?
There's another table last week.
Don't they have a checklist? Don't they have a checklist? Like they should tell you what ball you're on at all times on a pinball.
Yeah.
It seems like the older ones they forget. I don't know why.
And for me, what happened was I got a really good a good Addams Family score right off the bat. I don't know if I hadn't just played in a while, and I was excited to play it again, but my initial score was great. So we're gonna go over the results of the tournament real quick for Flipper Friends. Of course, we have Tomato Grass at number 1, Real Cream was number 2, Skull Joe number 3, ChalataLove at number 4. Congratulations, brother! You're number 4. That is a hell of a score.
It was a grind, bro.
With all the Wizards, when you're up there at the top of this is a tall order. This is tough. These are the best of the best. We had Wizard 626. We had Spartacus at 5. So once again, you see a lot of the people that were in the battle of the streamers: Tomato Grass, Skull Joe, ChalataLove, Spartacus. I did my best, and I was in a battle with Retro Tech X. And if you look at it, check out the difference. 1 point. 1 single point. I literally played Homeworld to my wrists hurt. Like I had to stop playing because my wrists were swollen up from playing that. Literally swearing at that game, and because what happens is we use a tool that shows you your scores. And I knew that was the one I had the most spots where I could gain. So when I could be playing Attack from Mars, a game I love, I would literally, 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 I would liter I'm playing Homeworld to try to compete in this tournament, but it's competition, right? You got to push yourself. So,
Absolutely.
Well, the higher you get,
Mhm.
the higher your ranking is in this, the harder it is to get a point.
Point, because you're playing against the best players. You're playing against the elite players. Yeah, and it gets tough. I mean, I literally
game.
And that
so I did give up though. I threw in the towel. Once my wrists were swollen, I could not play anymore. And I was like, man, I can't do it anymore. I've school tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not playing this game anymore.
It happens to the best of us.
1 point. 1 point.
Just
Retrotech.
I got to put it
Retrotech
down.
X. 1 point. You only got 1 point on me, buddy.
Homeworld's a very pretty table. It's gorgeous aesthetically, right?
Terrible play.
For me, it plays like crap.
Just unpredictable.
And
I don't know if you have to hit your shots. You have to hit them, else you get punished.
I don't know of a single table that a ball goes at like 700 mile an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that thing can get going.
Skulljo
got to hit it on the fly.
Described this table very well. He says it's a table with a fast ball, but a slow playing table.
Yeah, Homeworld. I mean,
to get it going. Yeah, to get the
once again, going. I just want to point out we did get to play. I mean, I did love Addams Family. I immediately put in a good score. I was happy with. I did love Moonflight. I did love Hippie. Gladiators was kind of all right. What'd you all think of Gladiators playing? It was kind of. It's kind of
like Gladiators.
It's kind of
a lot of ball out opportunities.
I learned really deep into the rule set of that table. After my stream, and there's a lot of things that you can do on that table to really boost your score. So, but the bad thing on that table is it shuts off. It will shut off right after you get a good score. It'll just shut down and it won't load your score. So I got kind of frustrated with it. Was like, you know what, I'm good.
Weird. Is that a glitch?
Yeah. I gave it my goal was always to try to be in the top 10. So I gave it my all, but I couldn't get in the top 10 this week. But let's look at the rest of the list and see some other friends that are on the list. So we got let's see who else. Any shout outs you guys want to make? We got Valley Dern at 17th. Good job. Mike DG at 18th. Dave LB at 19th. T. McCloskey, Arcade Talk at 20th. The top 20 players. House of Hounds 21.
And Blue.
Yeah. Where's Blue at?
Blue's right next to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look there. Okay.
Because she can only play on my account, so I let her play Adam's.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I love to play Addams Family. That was probably that and Moonflight and Hippie were fun to play. I thought those three were good. And there's the rest of the list. So, a lot of fun, a lot of people competing. And I just want to once again say, like, Flipper friends, that I enjoy playing. Like, I'll put on one of your streams and I'll literally play the games and then listen to you. I really enjoy it because I feel like I get a lot out of it. It's just really, I enjoy the competition and I enjoy watching your streams and getting a chance to play these games. How do you feel about Flipper friends? Like, how many weeks have we done this now? Like 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it overall, playing in this kind of tournament formula? I mean, we went from Battle of the Streamers where we were playing head to head, which was probably ultimately better. But I mean, what do you think about this formula for tournaments?
I think it's a lot of tables, man. I think
5 tables is too many. Bro. I agree. That's what
5 tables is a lot of tables for us. And if you don't know these tables and you got to learn these tables, to do 5 tables in a week it's tough.
It's too much. You're not going to get really good at any of them.
So the real question is, are you having fun?
I'm still having fun, but
yeah, of course.
But in the context of when you're playing these 5 tables, are they fun to play? I would imagine they'd be frustrating because I'm like, I got to get through this table and this table, and if a table's not going well, it's just the frustration sets in. Because I'm like,
it's hit and miss for me because like I can set up my own tournament and I can play the games that are absolute the killers, right? I mean, Attack from Mars, Black Rose. Like we want to play Williams Pinball, you know. I want to
but
play.
I agree with you. The 5 tables. That was my
titles.
whole point. Was the 5
Right,
tables?
man.
That's a bit much.
I think
if it
they
was
can
less,
improve it. Yeah, I think they can improve it if they went down to 3 tables instead of
I think
5.
that's reasonable.
It
3
would be more
tables
competition.
because you're going to get exhausted playing pinball all the.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly.
I
You're just gonna get burnt out. Yeah, that's what I want to try to. My point.
You guys are streaming it though. It gives you lots to play. I mean, you got 5 tables. It's going to take you probably 2 hours to play 5 tables.
It takes me about 3.
That's good. 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just to be able to put to do it.
So I have one issue with this.
Okay, let's hear House of Hands. I'll make you full screen, buddy.
There he goes.
So let's go. It's on.
Here he goes.
So here's my big problem with AtGames, what they're doing now with these 5 tables.
Mm-hmm.
It really sets the precedence that they're trying to get greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at somebody like me who's new to the 4K community,
it's a lot to purchase.
Right? The purchase is brutal. Okay, so just look at it from the American standpoint. Okay, you have. Say you do not have the 3 packs that they're pulling from Zacharia, Magic Pixel, the other one, and then
Gottlieb.
You got your Zen, and there's one of each. So there is a chance, and usually there's the new release that's going to be on there. So you got to purchase the new release as well, right? So you say that week you haven't purchased any of those packs. Okay, there was one week where I would have had to pay $35 per pack. Times 3. Okay. So we're looking at $105 right there. And then on top of that, I would have had to purchase a $7 table. And then I think it was a $5 Zen table Zen table, I think. No, it was a $15 table that week. So then now that I'm in Canada, we do the conversion. I have almost dropped $180 for 1 week of play.
That's too much money.
That is brutal.
That is brutal. That's not player friendly. That's not player friendly.
No. When I first started, the 3 table system was better. A Zen table, one of the packs. Then that way I could buy a pack once a week, right? So I'm spending $60 tops at that point, not 3 times the amount per week. Now, granted, eventually I'll catch up and I won't have to buy as many packs, right? Because I'll have the other ones.
I think in general,
getting there is going to be brutal.
I think in general, a 3 pinball table tournament is perfect. That's why when I set up mine, it's always 2 to 3 tables maximum for pinball. And the reason why you want more than one, like let's say you hate the theme of, I don't know, I love this game, but Battlestar Galactica, for example. Let's say you don't like that theme.
The table.
There might at least it gives you something else to play. Okay, so I think 3 is a perfect number. I think when you go beyond 3, you're stretching yourself thin. And like I am very conscious of my people that are playing. Like I put Attack from Mars and Black Rose together because they're in the same pack. If you're doing Pinball FX VR, you don't have to buy all 3 packs. You buy just the one that week, right? So I'm even trying to think of like people that are new. Maybe you're just starting out. You just got the quest. You want to try pinball. You don't want to buy all the tables at once, right? So I mean that is a very good point. House of Hounds. ChalataLove, how do you feel the Flipper Friends tournaments are going overall so far? I mean, I'm loving playing it, but I mean, give me your opinion so far. What do you think of this so far?
I think the competition is heating up. I think people are really, really starting to get a lot more competitive, and I think that's great for the community. I think it's driving people to play more, and I think that's awesome. But I agree with what everybody's saying, man. 5 tables is a lot. It's a lot to learn. So, But
the thing is, you're going to get better. You're going to get better. If you have less tables, you'll get better quicker because you're not spreading yourself so thin. When you have 5 tables, it's a lot harder. How do I get this off?
Most of us have day jobs, so we might only have an hour or 2 at night to try to play a little bit, right? So
sometimes it's what it takes. It's a lengthy play session even to get to the summit of the score that you need to get. So how many plays can you get through, right, on a particular table before the week's out, and get them all under your belt? So it's can be stressful.
But
Trying to get
some
the
of these
format right.
tables, you can play for an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour on some of these
Just
tables.
one game.
Just one game. You got 4 more that you got to fit in. So it can be a grind.
Yeah, you get a life outside of this too, right? It's not just eat, sleep, work, pinball.
This is fun. This is for fun, This is for fun.
Absolutely. So if they reduce the number of tables down to 3, like we were suggesting, I think.
And I know you can do.
I would love that.
You can do Pinball Net too, which is a valid argument. You can do Pinball Net. That unlocks pretty much all the. I won't call them filler tables, but the ones that are not Zen, right? Like the ones that are not the triple. I mean, like the Pinball Net would get you most of the tables too, which would be another way to go. But
yeah, but I wouldn't want to spend $200 for a year on tables I'm not going to own.
I hear you. It's a valid point. It's a valid point. It's a valid point. Arcade Talk says if you want to move up on the international rankings, you have to be ranked in the top 50 on all 5 tables. So that makes it pretty tough, I mean, 5 tables is a lot, So
what happens if you don't get them all in? You go down in ranking. Like say you do 4 out of the 5.
It doesn't
count at all. You might as well
So you
as
might
far
as well
as
not played.
IFPA, you might as well have not played.
Oh my gosh,
exactly.
that's
for
not
IFPA ranking.
That's not right.
Yes, that's the way it works. That's the way they did it. But
because that's the stress. Because now you got to accommodate this in your life if you care that much about being, up there. Yeah, that's. I think that's probably a reason why I'm not involved in it, because I'm like, that's too much pinball for me.
Yeah, too many tables. Too many tables.
I do like playing pinball, and I do play pinball recently daily, but I don't like to play 5 different tables. Like I've been playing Champions Pub for the last couple of days, to get good at it, and then Black Rose the day before, and just relax and just focusing on the one table.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so
that's a fun table though.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Let's see here. We got in the chat. Leave it to AtGames to make pinball feel like work.
Well, that's what that's the point we're getting at.
We're just trying to give constructive feedback from people that are playing. I mean, I still love it. Don't get me wrong. I still love playing, but I would prefer to play 3 instead of 5.
There's always room for improvement with anything you start out doing. Like nothing's perfect when you just first put something out, and like this is something new that they just do. Like digital
now,
pinball,
I will say this:
rankings. This is all new territory.
I do like that. Like when you buy a brand new table, like this Moonflight table, it's brand new. I just got it. I do like that they do the tournament on that new table. Because for me, it's fun because I'm learning the table. People are learning the table. Scores are going up and down. And I'm sure it helps sell the table as well. But I do like that feature to play the table. I love this.
The newest
table.
release.
Those posts.
I still feel like this. If this would not have had the center post, this would have been even gotten a better ranking. Also, the multi-ball is almost next to impossible. That was a miss. But overall, I still loved playing it. But I think, like I said, I think the 5 tables is a lot, and then the fact you have to be ranked on all 5 to even count makes it even harder, So
it's just discouraging, right?
Yeah,
it really is. Like you want.
So what would be?
You don't. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Would you recommend that ChalataLove they go down to 3 tables?
Yeah. I mean, I would. I definitely would recommend it. The other thing is, that they should have taken into consideration is, when we were playing video games when we were younger, we didn't sit there and play 5 different video games
like in one session.
In one session, we didn't do that. We grinded on 1 or maybe 2 at the most at one time. 5 is just crazy, man. It's just a lot.
Arcade Talk says 3 tables will be easier to move up in the international rankings.
Yeah,
and better scores will be gained by all players all around because you'll have more time.
You can be more focused.
Yeah.
You can't focus like really. You can almost spend a week playing one game, but like I said, the thing with that is if the game's theme doesn't speak to you, then you're gonna lose people that are because they just don't like the theme of the game.
Because it also comes down to muscle memory because you develop that as you're playing a table. because you start making your shots and you just do you understand what I'm talking about? Like
each table plays different.
So when you start moving to tables and you're going through all 5, like you're all messed up, and then you have to kind of learn a table and get the physics and your timing down again, and it takes more time. So,
and then the other thing,
3 tables, you'll have
with,
more time
with the Flipper friends. They're also switching between different companies, so all the ball physics, everything about it's different. It's like a Magic Pixel or a Zaccaria table plays completely different than a Zen table, which plays completely different than a Gottlieb table. So they all play completely different. But after playing Pinball FX VR so much, I mean, the Gottlieb tables really are starting to feel old because the Pinball FX VR is so good, right? I mean, we had to play that. What was that one we had to play? I think I won it. It was like the Amazon themed one. Yeah, some of these pinball tables are just really ugly that they're picking. I'm wondering, like why don't they pick better stuff? Like, let's go back and look at that list again, and pull it up. Here's what we're playing next
tables
week.
They got there.
We got
Rescue
Wild West
911's
Rampage. Good. I mean, what do y'all think of that Wild West Rampage?
Hate it.
It's one of the weakest Zen tables. It's like one of the worst.
Could we have some more brown?
Are we having fun yet?
That table needs more brown.
I would say the ball physics are the same, are very close in that game, as well as the game that we just played this week that was Zen.
Yeah, it's choppy.
Garfield
like
and I mean, those are all the same ball physics that are just horrible for the game. So
you want people to play, give them something fun to play. Now, shooting the Rapids, they don't give us the good shooting. They give us the retro one. I haven't played that one. I can't really speak on it. I haven't played it at all. Insect World is fun. Rescue 911. I mean, what about Rescue 911? Is that a good table?
Yes, it's a great table.
I heard
it's
a great table.
That's the one that's got
too many bugs in it.
It's full of bugs because it's an old Gottlieb table from Farside Studios. It's ancient and it's full of bugs. So from a competitive standpoint,
perpetual extra ball.
The last thing you want as a competitor is the bugs, like really great pinball players that can play a long time, like Nix, like House, like you, ChalataLove. The old experience of the bugs the game has, where the average, like the casual person, they're not going to notice the bugs because they're not going to play it long enough probably to get to some of them. But when the ball goes through your flipper, it's upsetting. If you are a
god, you would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when I was playing that game.
That is a problem.
What
do you all think?
Oh my god, I was raging.
I mean,
I never raged so much playing Wipeout. That was a week of you guys seeing how angry this old guy can get. I mean, and then we had to play it in Battle of Streamers. Oh my god, that was
to me that was Homeworld, and knowing I needed that 1 point.
Man, it's ET for me, man.
That was at 1 point.
ET was rough. You thought ET was rougher than Garfield?
I actually enjoyed ET.
Garfield's a lot worse than ET, but ET was just so frustrating. I mean, it just. I wanted to pick my table up and throw it out the window. That's how frustrating it was.
So I pulled up this is what AtGames sends out for us to look at, and then this is what if we just pull up the leaderboard that this guy made himself. This guy just made this thing. He just made it because you know what? I want a good way to look at these tables. Absolutely. If we pull it up this way, we can actually see that there is another good game that's not even on their list, which is South Park. So I mean, there's a little fun in here, But I'm once again give me the fun tables. I don't want to. I mean, the fact that you have to play all 5. I mean, is anyone dying to play Shooting the Rapids Retro? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's fun. I haven't played it. I don't have an opinion yet, but I'm just saying that's the word. I'm El Dorado City of Gold. I think I won that one too, but that was painful to play. It was like you were playing Windows XP pinball. And I just want to say it. I love AtGames. I love the Pinball Cat. I think they put out a beautiful machine. There's tons of, when I look at the great tables they have on that machine, some of the ones they're picking, I'm just like, why are you picking the dogs? Pick the wolves. Pick the good ones. I mean, do y'all agree? I mean, I'm just kind of
agree with you. I agree. There's a lot better tables they should be picking, and they're not.
But they're doing it to sell the other packs, right?
That's the wrong reason, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should be doing it to build more people playing. And you know what people like? That if you're playing games, people like fun. So
Yep.
pick the games that are fun to play, and guess what? The tournament will be more popular. They'll probably get more people that want to play pinball, and they'll grow the tournaments
X,
even
Y,
better.
Z.
You know, Papa Brad, it
related.
makes me think that the people that are picking
Uh-huh.
these tables
Maybe they
for
don't play.
the tournament,
Yeah.
maybe they don't play.
Maybe they don't play.
Maybe they don't play pinball. Maybe they're just picking them out of the air or something, and they don't play these tables because, damn.
Like, damn, that's exactly. Like, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. You know, I am grateful. I'm grateful. I do love playing. I am grateful. I am happy. I love to play. I love the competition, but you know, that's just my feedback would be the things we talked about for Flipper Friends.
Yeah.
And you know, I do love AtGames as the product they made, but right now, I mean, it seems like they're not doing too hot. Like this just came up this week. Wagner's TechTalk, an incredible year working with AtGames as a contractor. The time has come for a new chapter. I can't read this. I gotta move this. Let's see. I made a decision to conclude my contract with AtGames on May 31st to focus full time on building my own company. It's been an honor to collaborate with so many talented individuals together. Well accomplished. We accomplished a lot. I'm proud to have been part of it. So anyway, it looks like Wagner's TechTalk is moving away from AtGames. While I'll be stepping away from the inside, I'll continue creating content on YouTube, including AtGames topics from an outside perspective. I'll share more about what's next in my new journaling unfolds. Thank you for all the continued support. So we go from here's the red flags. I mean, I'm seeing we go from losing Zen tables on this calendar, which was not a good thing, right? Then
No.
the next news story I get from AtGames is Wagner's TechTalk is quitting. Basically, it looks like he's quit. I mean, how would you take this post?
Yep.
He's quitting, basically.
Yep, that's how I take it.
Or he was cut. But it probably quitting. I mean, and then this message comes up about we're not getting the next wave of Zen Studio pinball tables originally planned for May. May be slightly delayed until further notice. Now that's the scary words. Until further notice. We appreciate your patience and understanding as we work behind the scenes to ensure the best possible experience. I mean, is AtGames on the ropes? You know, are they having financial problems? You know,
I've got a theory on that Zen topic, though.
What's your theory? Go ahead.
My theory on that is that I've noticed that Zen right now is really streamlined and really getting the tables out for the VR. Okay. And the majority of the tables that they're putting out in VR, they're already on AtGames' platform. So in my opinion, this is my personal humming opinion, me looking and kind of making an assumption. I don't think that they're in trouble with Zen. I think Zen said, you guys cannot put out anything until we catch up. And then once we catch up to what you guys have on the 4K, we're going to start releasing the new releases globally. So they don't have to keep going for one to another platform. I think they're wanting to do it all at once to save money that way. That's just kind of my theory. That's me kind of making an educated guess on why they're doing what they're doing. I think that's what Zen pretty much told AtGames. Look, hold everything. We're going to get all on the same page. Let's release it all at the same page from Zen so that it's a global release, not just,
global release.
Here, 2 weeks here is going to go for VR. 2 weeks is going to go for FX Pinball. I think they just want to put it out there globally.
Well, there it was. Of course, they canceled the. Sorry, they didn't cancel. It's on hold. It's on hold. It's on hold now. It's on hold. It's on hold. Whoa, buddy. On hold. It's on hold on the Legends Ultimate 4KP as well. So I mean, I don't want to be. This is not meant to be a bummer fest, but things aren't looking good. What do you think, House? I mean, things are not looking good from these. When I see these three or four things combined, plus higher prices, where it's getting to be very expensive to get into the platform. what's your opinion, House? I just want to get an honest opinion from each person.
Well, also they raised the prices for tariffs, but tariffs got held, and so you're kind of wondering, yeah, why wouldn't it come down until tariffs are in effect, right?
Yeah, you would think.
The other thing is I'm a little concerned because when I originally bought the rare pack, right, I bought it for Killer Instinct, hoping that it was going to be good. And what I saw there, I look like I'm going to be pretty disappointed. I'm not complaining because Sea of Thieves is a great game.
You don't know till you play it too. Sometimes it can look great, and then you play it, and it's not fun. And then other times it can look terrible, and you play it, and it's like fire. So you don't know till you play it, in my opinion.
But that put aside, the fact that we're waiting this long for those two games to come with the pack when they said it'd only be 2 months.
Yeah, the delays.
And I understand, wait until it's perfect to send it out, but is it going to be perfect?
Is it going to be perfect? They've had a lot of time.
A
lot of time.
If it's not, then geez, we're duped again.
So. Yeah. Of course, what House of Hounds is talking about. Let's just go. I think I have a clip I can play for reference, so people that are watching. He's talking about. Let me see if I still have it in here. I think I deleted it yet. He's talking about. No, I must have ran out of slots. I have Battletoads. We can look at that one real quick. But this is the Battletoads. But these are the missing rare tables. Sea of Thieves is great though. But I mean.
Oh yeah.
When you get the.
Stage 1 complete. Boss Walker. Hit the flashing.
Killer Instinct. Rise to the challenge. Quick kick. A swift blow. Triple combo. Super combo. Hyper combo. Brutal combo. Step into the arena. Only the strongest will survive.
Okay, so I mean, I think.
And did you notice on both those tables, what they were showcasing was constantly hitting the same ramp?
Yeah.
And that's not going to be gameplay to me. Like, why?
Well,
they're
trying to show that they're trying to show that it flows well, I guess. But I mean, you're right. They're not showing many of the features. They're just showing the one ramp hitting. But yeah, I don't know these rare tables. Like I said, until I play them, I'm not really going to be able to make up my mind. But for the love of God, AtGames, give us some good news. We need some good news. I'm losing faith.
We do.
Give me some good news, man. And this Magic Pixel table, it is fun. I have played it, like you saw. I played it on Steam. I know it's a good table. They can't really mess it up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good if you like Magic Pixel tables. But there are people that they want Zen tables. They want other things. But I mean, like, we need some good news. That's just my opinion.
Well, Zen tables are my favorite. There's no question.
They're the premium. They're the AAA. They're the best.
And they're cheaper.
They are surprisingly.
They're the best tables, and they're cheaper.
Yeah, they are cheaper. They are cheaper. But the way things are anymore, I wouldn't expect that to hold because I think they're more expensive in VR. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised down the road if they match their VR pricing model. But like the Zen thing could be too. Maybe all hands are on deck because VR is really taking off right now. So maybe they're putting a lot more energy into VR. I'm not sure, but AtGames needs to be sending us some good news, some kind of good news, some kind of ray of light. I mean, not to mention with Wagner and also Chaotic BPR, he also was let go from AtGames. So
he's not doing anymore either.
No, he's no longer.
I didn't hear that.
They laid him off. So all this stuff for me is like it's not looking good. I mean, hopefully they're okay. But we need some positive news. That's all I got to say about that subject. But anyway, so that was, boy, man, what a bummer, man. I'm bummed out now. There's only one thing you can do when you're bummed out, and that is to show the retro babe. This week's Retro Babe. Guaranteed to get this video demonetized, as YouTube will definitely red flag this one. We're going for a blast from the past. I do want to, ChalataLove did pick out our table for this week, and we're going to be doing all kings, but this is a king of the pinup calendars, and here she comes. Okay, so there we go. So let's talk about some pinball. We're all of our tables have one thing in common. ChalataLove, what do they have in common?
Oh, they all have royalty.
They all have royalty in them this week, and we're gonna be running Medieval Madness, and we're gonna be running. Tell them about the table you picked, ChalataLove.
It's a House of Diamonds Deluxe.
House of Diamonds Deluxe Pinball. Let's check that out real quick. And ChalataLove, you can if you click on the little microphone icon by your name, when you can actually talk over the video. Okay. So there's a way you can talk when the video is playing. You just click on your little, it automatically will mute you, but you can unmute yourself. Okay. So I'm going to pull it up right now. This is a quick video on ChalataLove's game, House of Diamonds Deluxe.
Loop time.
The House of Diamonds was one of the first 4K tables that I played and just completely fell in love with it. It's a fun table, not incredibly difficult, and the multi-ball on this table is a lot of fun to get.
Let's do that again.
So I think everybody will have a blast playing this one, and it's definitely not Medieval Madness, but it's a great table, and I think everybody will enjoy it.
Cheerio.
Okay, so there was House of Diamonds Deluxe, and I might do a stream of the new version with the new graphics as well. But this is a fun table. I do like this one. It's a lot of fun. And then of course we'll be doing Medieval Madness, House of Hounds. Medieval Madness. What's your opinion of that one? Oh yeah, I
love it.
He loves it. He loves it. Okay. I mean, Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars to me are two of the.
How can you not enjoy Medieval Madness? Come on, man. If that table is not in your top 10, do you really pinball?
Do you play pinball? Do you know anything about pinball?
You know pinball.
And there is no, you have to grind. Like Medieval Madness, there's no shortcuts. It's all just pure gameplay, pure skill. It's like it is a player's table. I don't say that about all the tables, but Medieval Madness is a pinball player's table. You have
but
to
even if you have a bad game, it's still a fun table.
Still fun.
Like the call outs, the everything that's going on and all the different things, all the different shots we can do.
More Medieval Madness, less retro. Less retro bumper tables or whatever, But Medieval Madness, fantastic table.
It is.
What do you let's let everyone have a chance. What do you think about Medieval Madness? Next, where was the first time you saw it? Did you play it on location? Oh, you're muted, buddy. Your microphone's out. I was like, I'm not hearing anything. We'll go to ChalataLove. We'll go to ChalataLove. We'll go to ChalataLove. What are your opinions?
First time I played it was in the arcade.
The arcade, you played it? Okay.
It's an amazing table to play, and I think they did a great job.
Going up the castle.
The 4KP mode.
It's great on AtGames, by the way.
This is great. I think it's an awesome table.
This is one of the best tables, definitely. This is a great table on AtGames Pinball.
I remember when it first came out on the 4KP, man, everybody wanted to play this table.
So good.
And it's the star of the pack, and right up there.
It came with like what, Junkyard Getaway and Medieval Madness. Yeah, that was a good pack, but definitely Medieval Madness was definitely the headliner.
Yes.
For that one.
What do you think? Anytime I have a new player come over, like that's never played
the one you put on,
new to it, Medieval Madness and
Monster Bash.
Attack from Mars.
Attack from Mars, Monster Bash, Medieval Madness.
Yes, because of the hilarious call-outs in both of those games. That and the game is very approachable because a lot of the ramps and lanes are easy to hit.
It's easy and fun,
in most cases, if you don't even understand anything about the table at all. It's just a fun, approachable table.
It's like easy to play, but difficult to master too.
Yes.
Like
and that's
the casual,
we're at.
like the casual, like even like Theater of Magic has a bit of that too. Like when I was playing it, my wife was like, "Ooh, what's that? Ooh, that looks fun," and like she was loving it. Like instantly loved it because of how easy the game flows. Like it's like, you almost have to try to do bad, at least at the beginning of it. But I got a video I'm going to show for Medieval Madness. This is our I guess I'd say our headliner table, our main table we're playing this week. So for pinball, for our tournament, we're doing Medieval Madness and House of Diamonds Deluxe, and we'll take let me see. I think it's about 2 or 3 minutes. So if y'all want to take a quick break, y'all can leave and come back. But here's my spotlight on Medieval Madness.
There we go.
I'll tell you, it's exactly 4 minutes. So you have 4 minutes. Okay, here we go. Medieval Madness.
The whole game starts off as a good versus evil thing back in the ancient times. The basic object of the game in playing Medieval Madness is to destroy the King of Pain. He's the evil warrior who's taken over the land, and he's taken over all the castles.
Fire! I am the Duke of Bourbon!
The King of Pain has 5 evil men that are under his leadership. And each of these guys is kind of a humorous tone. The Duke of Bourbon, who is kind of this drunk guy who you're trying to blow out of the air. There's the Earl of Ego, who's this real pompous guy who you just love to destroy his castle because he's so annoying.
I am the Earl of Ego, and I am far superior to you.
The one thing that your beginner player, the first thing they'll see is the exploding castle. And this brings a lot of excitement to the game. It keeps people interested. You have to hit the drawbridge, and the drawbridge will come down. And then once that's down, there's a gate inside. And so you got to hit the gate. And once the gate pops up, you can shoot into the castle, and then you see this great show of the castle physically blowing apart on the playfield. Stop it! Another fun feature of the game is the trolls. These guys surprise a lot of people the first time you play because they're hiding under the playfield normally, and when you make the right shot, they'll pop up from the playfield. Trolls rule! So you're trying to hit them 3 times to destroy them, and then they go back down. And all along this, the trolls will taunt you and say things to you. And that didn't hurt a bit! There's a big dragon over the ramp, and the whole concept on there is to make the ramp 3 times, and then you're able to shoot way up into the back into the damsel tower. And they're asking you to save me, save me.
This is like totally medieval.
Over on the left side, when you fall into the catapult, you get to throw projectiles at the castle. So when you fall in there enough, you actually get to pick the projectile. So there's one of 5 different humorous things, like a cat and a bowling ball, that you get to throw at the castle and see it explode. Fire! People enjoy laughing as they play the game. So if you look closely at the game, you'll see all these little elements, like the cow flying in the back glass, or the troll wearing gym shoes. There's all these humorous, wacky things going on in the kingdom. Attack from Mars was a really strong earning pin last year, and we're showing in our early testing that Medieval Madness is earning even better than Mars. So we're really looking at this being a blockbuster game.
My tenure in the industry started back in 1937. I came into the industry when games were being changed over from battery power to electrical power. Seems that like about every 10 to 15 years, the pin game industry seems to lose a little bit of acceptance in the field. Medieval Madness is an exciting game to play. It could conceivably be a game that resurrects this industry.
Medieval Madness is an absolute masterpiece. This is an S-tier table. This is a table people are going to come back to again and again. This is going to be a table that the Pinball Wizards are going to love. They're going to score chase it. It's going to be absolutely incredible. This table alone is worth the price of the pack, and you're getting 2 other fantastic Williams pinball tables. This gets a top recommendation and a full legit certification from Proper Brad. Huge shout out and thank you to AtGames, who did send me this table pack for the purpose of a review.
Nice.
Alrighty, so Medieval Madness. That was all footage from the AtGames Pinball too, which is, yeah, this is like the reason to get the AtGames Pinball. Like it plays so good. SSF kit, everything about this table I love. I mean, this is one of the best ones. So y'all gonna excited about playing this week?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
good. It's good.
Goat
Okay.
table.
Okay, so let's give out another pinball table. Let me make sure House. Let's see. Go drop House of Hounds a sub. Let's keep him safe to keep us 500. So here we go. Let me pull it up. How do I do that? I got to go to the. Okay, I want to give out another pinball table. Shooting the Rapids, which we talked about earlier on the show. So I got to do present, share screen. And then I got to go to the giveaway tool. Okay. Share it. Did it come up, guys? I can't see because I got to go to the other screen.
Yep, it's there.
That's up.
Is it on the screen? Okay. So let's do this. How do I just hit draw again? I mean, let people draw probably, huh?
A shotgun shot.
Okay. So I got to choose a stream. This stream here. And let's make this one House of Hounds. Hashtag House of Hounds. So if you want to have a chance to win the Shooting the Rapids table when it comes out for AtGames 4KP Pinball or for HD Pinball. Type hashtag House of Hounds. Start collecting right now. I'll leave it up for a minute. So type that in the chat, House of Hounds. Let's see, I gotta put the chat up so I can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
And you all can participate if you're on the show. You can also cone the drawing. This is to win the Shooting the Rapids table. I'm gonna show the table one more time. Which version did you like more? The version on my pinball machine or the trailer one? I think the pinball machine one looked better. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah,
let's play this one real quick. House of Hounds. If you want to win this table, releases next week. So I'll put up where you
Courage and wisdom will carry you through the rapids ahead. Are you ready, brave one?
This is called Shooting the Rapids Deluxe. Coming out next week. Will be available for the HD. Want to win this? Type House of Hounds. Got hashtag House of Hounds. Go ahead and play, Chuck and John. You got access to the ball. You can use this. Go ahead and put in your thing. Yeah, we're starting the show for you, Sean, right now. I want to give you a pinball table. Right now.
Solid hit, fearless spirit.
Okay, that's enough of that. Y'all got a taste. Y'all got a taste. Here we go. I'm going to draw. Let's just do both of them so we get all three of them out of the way. Okay, good luck, gamers. Here we go. First draw. And we're off. Winner is G-Force Guy. Congratulations.
G-Force.
G-Force Guy.
Congrats, buddy.
Congrats. He does a lot of VR. I can do a VR table when they release something new. So I know he does a lot of VR. So I can also give you a VR pinball table when they release a new table. So if you would like to hold off on that, that's fine. And we'll do one more. Here we go. We're drawing again. And the last winner, the 3. Mikey, you! Okay.
There we go.
Okay, awesome.
Congrats,
okay.
buddy. Congrats,
I
everybody.
definitely know how to get in touch with everyone. Okay, awesome.
And thanks, Papa Brad, for putting that on, man.
Oh, absolutely. Congratulations. Well deserved. Great channels. Check out ChalataLove. Check out NixReviews. Check out House of Hounds. We only got one place left to go. I think we talked about most of the games that we're releasing. The last game we're going to release is we're going to be playing the arcade game Zookeeper, and we're also going to be playing the Atari game River Raid. Let's check out River Raid first. Have y'all ever played this on the Atari 2600? The River Raid?
Yeah, a lot as a kid.
When I was 4 years old.
Okay. First, I made maybe about 200 of these shorts just playing an Atari game. This was like when I first started my channel, going way back to when Papa Brad's Gaming was starting. Made about 200 shorts playing an Atari game.
Old school.
This is old school. I had to go into the vault, but here it is.
Back memories.
There's some. That's actually on the old school TV. We're gonna check out a quick little commercial from Activision.
You can't turn back. River Raid target at 039er. Under control. Approaching an airspeed 626. Taking West Canyon. Good call. Fuel critical, sir. Choppers at 3 o'clock. Roger, I copy. Pilots closing. Shall I direct, sir? No, he'll decide that. Fuel critical, sir. He knows that. Sure, he's opting for the East Canyon. Negative, that's a trap. River Raid to home, sweet home. It's River Raid, can you make it? River Raid, can you make it?
It's only a game.
River Raid for the ATARI video computer system, designed by Carol Shaw for Activision.
Well, anyway, River Raid.
River Raid.
Going back in the Wayback Machine. This was actually from a rental place that would rent Atari games. It's pretty cool. They made a case for that. Yeah, like a Blockbuster or something had this. And check this out. Look at this.
Amazing.
These cartridges all do this. It has what they call Actiplaque. They used a bad glue on these Activision cartridges, and every single one of them, they turn it still plays fine, but the labels all do this. They call it Actiplaque. But
wow.
River Raid, great game. Let me fire this up real quick and take a quick look at it. We'll be playing this week, and then we have the arcade game. Will be Zookeeper.
I never played Zookeeper before. Tonight was my first time trying it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fantastic game. So much fun. And
it'll be mine too. I've never played it. It'll be interesting.
I was running around trying to figure out how to play this, and then I realized my jump button wasn't programmed. So
no.
Yeah, you gotta be able to
help.
How do you play this game? Like all I do is just run in circles?
You got to be able to jump. There it is in all its glory. There it is. Let's see. There it is in all its glory.
Look at that.
There it is. This is actually on the 7800 plus. I'm gonna play one super quick little just so you can see it in action. I'm not even gonna play serious. I'm just gonna play one for a minute just so people can see it. But this is the Atari game we're playing this week, and let me pull it up. Let's see. Do this. I'll make it full screen. There we go. Now it should be full screen. Can y'all see that?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to put it. You have to hit start, reset. Okay, so basically, you want to get the fuel. Just don't get hit,
Don't shoot the fuel.
I contradict that statement. Shooting fuel is points.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're not going to use it, you might as well shoot it.
Well, that's what I mean. The game gives you a ton of fuel, especially at the beginning of the game. You more than you need. And it doesn't take much to fill your tank once you go over one.
Shoot away until you're low. You're probably right. See,
yeah, not too low though, because then you put yourself at risk.
Already seeing the strategy. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Well, anyway, this is River Raid. We'll be playing this. It's fun. It's an Atari game. That's our Atari game of the week. And then, of course, we're also going to play some Zookeeper. But before I play Zookeeper, that'll be the thing we'll end with. Let's talk one more time. One more thing is we have 3 really good pinball streamers here that all stream pinball. And what I recommend, if you're at all interested in learning how to play pinball tables, check out these guys. House, tell everyone one more time a little bit more about your channel.
Yeah, I play a lot of AtGames 4K Pinball. I do some retro stuff, getting in some reviews there on different products. But the pinball is basically the main focus. I do a lot of lives, and I'll also create tutorials or hints on how to get better.
The Flipper Academy. I like the Flipper Academy. That's awesome.
Flipper Academy.
Okay. And then
I have a playlist for that if you want to see whatever games I've done.
Awesome. Then we got ChalataLove. ChalataLove, tell everyone about your channel and about your middle of the day pinball streams. Tell everyone about your channel, because I love your channel. Tell everyone about it.
Thanks. Well, I also do the 4K pinball. You can see it on that side. There it is, right there. I usually play that Tuesdays. I usually start about noon Eastern time and play for about 3 hours. So I cover all the lunch hours from East Coast to the Pacific Coast. So if you get a chance, come on, stop by, and we'd love to see you come hang out and chat and play some pinball. That's pretty much what I'm doing is 4K pinball.
Awesome. Next, tell us a little bit about your channel.
Absolutely. So I'm stream VR pinball and Pinball FX on Steam on my AtGames, and Also do arcade, console, PlayStation, and retro games. Pretty much, I'm a jack of all trades. I like to play a little bit of everything. And I like to do a show on Fridays, Flippin' Fridays, just to play casual pinball with the community before I hop on Retro Legends Arcade here with our wonderful guests. And yeah, come check me out for sure.
Okay, with that being said, thanks a lot for watching. This has been Papa Brad, Retro Legends. I will put up a video on Zookeeper. Everyone stay legit, and thanks for watching.
Woo!